honestly kind of done nothing. I kind of done nothing. I'm sorry, I can't be more exciting, but haven't been up to a whole lot. I've been slacking, I've been lazy, and yeah, doing your own personal retrospective can be rough sometimes. Anyways, I have been watching an ungodly amount of Gilmore Girls, but also can you blame me? It's fall, it's the perfect fall show. Also, seasonal depression is coming in hot, and I don't know about y'all, but for me, it's been rough already. And if you have been struggling with seasonal depression, you gotta figure out what works for you. You gotta figure out what gets you out of that slump. And for me, the nostalgia of Gilmore Girls, that mid-2000s vibe mixed with perfect fall vibes, is like manna from heaven. It's like my own personal brand of heroin. It really is, dude. That Gilmore Girls hits so hard. It also gives me gender envy, just a little. Like, damn, that looks awesome. Please tell me more. Yes, I've been watching that, and it has been great. Really, really helped get my mind off a lot of bullshit that has been going on. Just had Thanksgiving the other day, and it was surprisingly really good. I mean, not really surprising. It's always kind of fun. Although, okay, this was crazy, but no corn at Thanksgiving. The fuck? Like, that's like the main, that's like the main thing is corn, right? Like, we didn't have corn. I don't even care that much. Thanksgiving is kind of like a whatever. Like, the only good part about Thanksgiving is pie, I guess. Like, I don't know. Any holiday that just revolves around just food, and then colonialism is like, okay, wow, fun, awesome, wow, yeah, I'm having a great time. But it is what it is. I definitely am glad for my family, though. I'm glad that I really get along with them a lot, especially my siblings. I really get along with my siblings very, very well, and I love spending time with them. I just wish I had more time. In general, it's tough. It's really tough. I once had a friend talk about how, like, your time is kind of like a water pitcher, or like, what do you call that? Like, what you use to water plants. What is that? It's not a water pitcher. It's like, god damn it, why can't seriously should call it a watering can? That's the stupidest name I've ever heard. A watering can. Okay, yeah, sure. But somebody once described time as being like water in a watering can, and you only have so much that you can give to people, and that goes for like family members, that goes for friends, relationships. If you are in a romantic relationship or multiple romantic relationships, if you're out there cheating is what I'm getting at. If you're out there in a polyamorous, or if you're out there cheating, you know who you are. But, yeah, you only have so much you can give to each one of your plants. And it really is, I think it's a really good analogy, because it is like, you really do have a lot of your relationships start to maybe not die in so much as just wither and really not be what they used to be. And I think about it that a lot, and it's really, really hard for me to come to terms with, because I just really miss my old friends, you know? Like, I literally think about, like, high school friends even, and other people that I, like, served my mission with that I miss a lot and very dearly. And I think about them a lot, and, like, I literally can't think about it too much because I start getting a little too nostalgic, and I legitimately start getting really sad. And I'm really trying to battle that seasonal depression going on, because that should be hitting hard. I'm honestly really glad I got Thanksgiving off, and then I took Friday off as well. And I think that's why this has been the only time that I finally feel like I'm able to get in a better mental state to actually have the drive to like make more videos, because there's so many videos I want to make. But there's so many times where I'm just so exhausted from work and stressed out from all the other things going on in my life that I just don't have time. I don't have time. I do have time, but it's just I don't have that drive to spend my energy on something like that when I'm so unbelievably exhausted. But yeah, it's been really nice to have a little bit of a break. I already kind of have, it's like Saturday when I'm shooting this, and I already have Sunday scaries, kind of. What do they call that? Do y'all know about revenge time? Comment below if you experience revenge time. If you don't know what revenge time is essentially, it's very common, I think. It's feeling like you typically get it from like working during a day, and you feel like work takes up so much of your day. It could even be something like school as well, but it takes up so much of your day that when you're like finally finished with it, you want to experience all that free time you missed. So typically, like, let's say you work like an 8-hour shift, you get off at like 5 o'clock or whatever, you get home, you cook yourself a meal, you work out, you decide to just relax, watch something for like a bit, and then next you know it's 9 o'clock, and you're like, oh shit, my night's, like, my day's gone. Like, essentially all I've done was the bare minimum and worked, but there's still so much I want to do, stay up late. You're gonna stay up late, and you're gonna do those things you want to do by staying up late and losing sleep. That's what they call revenge time. I don't know if that's any official term, but I've definitely used that with some of my friends, because I definitely get that. I'll sometimes stay up till like 1 o'clock in the morning, and then like have to like wake up at 7, and then I'm just like, shit, 6 hours of sleep, this sucks. So sometimes it's even worse than that, but I typically, to feel not tired, I need like 8 to 9 hours of sleep, which I don't know if that's normal, but I'm almost always tired, so I kind of just run on like, if I'm gonna be tired anyways, like, fuck it, we ball, we fucking out here ballin'. We're gonna fucking full send it and enjoy life and torture myself as well. So yeah, let me know if you experience revenge time, because I definitely do. Shout out to people who can go to bed early. I cannot. I like cannot go to bed before midnight. I get like too zooted. I get too in my head. I get too like freaky the fuck out, you know? So, so yeah, good times, good times. Other than that, I'm trying to think of what else. I've been watching a lot of true crime ASMR. I've been watching way too much true crime ASMR. I gotta chill just a little bit. Like, holy cannolis. I did see another ASMR video, and it really, what did it do? It didn't make, maybe jealous is not quite the right word, but it really made me wish that there was a lot more in-person collaboration with other ASM artists. I wish that was much more normalized. I understand why it's not. It's much easier to make a video just by yourself. But I really love when content creators work together on stuff, especially in ASMR. I watched a video, I'll probably talk about it in my December ASMR recommendation videos, but I saw a video with Blue Katie and these two other random Japanese like influencers. It was funny because it was all in Japanese, but it made me so sad that I couldn't speak Japanese or understand it, because I was watching it, I was like, and I literally couldn't understand the language, and it was still extremely entertaining. Like, that's crazy, right? That's crazy. That's the amount of skill needed to make something entertaining. Just from, like, what's going on around and creating a good vibe and not needing, like, I bet it would have been so much better if I could have actually understood. But it was really fun. It's a really great video. What else have I been doing? I was trying to get into jewelry making for a second, and I was really failing at that. I bought too thin of chain, and it kept breaking. So I bought a thicker chain, and hopefully it's sturdier and doesn't fuck up. Because I have some fun ideas for some necklaces that I want to do, but we'll see. I've also been trying to get a little bit more into writing and reading. this before because it is a book. It's a sci-fi book. And I always thought like, oh, Dune, you know, it's kind of like Dune and Kurt Vonnegut are like OG sci-fi stuff. But I obviously do not know my sci-fi because this sci-fi book was written in 1903. It's like 50 years before a lot of those other books. So I have no idea when the first sci-fi book came out, but it's really interesting. I'm not very far in it. I really like the first 100 pages. It does go a little too into detail, but it's weirdly passionate for a sci-fi book. The way it's written, especially that first part, is written much more diary entry style and very survival. So it's like got a lot of like impact of like it feels a lot more emotional and intense because you're experiencing the characters' emotions firsthand, and you're experiencing their perception, and you can really feel how fucked they are because they like crash landed and are just trying to survive. So it's an interesting one. It's really interesting. It's always really interesting when you see old media. Like, I watched this other old movie called Seconds, and it came out in like 1965, 66 or something, and it was crazy how relatable it was today. It's crazy to think that like 55 fucking years later, and that movie is extremely relatable. Like, and I'd say like obviously, like, you can always relate to humans at some level. Same thing with that other book I was reading on Stoicism. That was also fascinating to read because it is like super relatable, but like the man was ancient Greek. Like, damn, that's crazy. How can you relate with an ancient Greek person? Like, what? But this movie surprised me so much because just society really hasn't changed that much. And I don't mean to what do you say, like, not doom scroll, but like be spreading doom. I don't know, focus more on like the negative type of things a lot, but it is like a little, it's sad, but also weirdly human, you know? I think about it a lot. I think about the weaknesses of man, specifically the like flaws of man and humans in general. Like, specifically the narcissism, the selfishness of individuals, and the words aren't quite coming to me. The stupidity, the hypocrisy. Hypocrisy is a big one. The ego, really, the pride, the pridefulness and ego of humans. And honestly, it's kind of beautiful when you look at it from a certain point of view because it's very human. I think it's really easy to get down on yourself for not being the best version of yourself, but at the end of the day, humans, it's nice to be able to relate with other people because we're all so deeply flawed, but I think about that even with my own personal relationships. And honestly, I sometimes you can really come to appreciate the flaws in your friends. Like, there's some of my friends have some quirks about them that are definitely like, would probably be viewed as something bad for most people, but to me, it's like, it's them, you know what I mean? It's like, oh, that's so this person, you know, like, oh, that's so Stacy, you know, that's so Stacy. And it is, and, you know, I can't help but smile a bit because it's just like, there's something so beautiful about that, and beautiful that I can get to know someone so well or become close enough to this person to understand how they think, how they work, and how they operate in life. And there's something so deeply beautiful about that. I don't mean to sound pretentious or anything, but it's true. Like, it makes me feel really good, and it does sadden me that people are probably self-conscious about those type of things sometimes. But like, there's always going to be something to complain about. I'm sure people have a lot of different. I definitely do a lot of weird shit. Sometimes, oh my god, sometimes when I get in a social setting, I get so excited because, like, I don't get as much social interaction as I want nowadays. So I get so excited and too energetic, and I cannot shut the fuck up. I can't shut the fuck up. I cannot do it. It's so hard for me. My life is so hard. My life is so difficult. But really, I feel like I'll be so annoying. I'll be like blabbering on, and I'll just be like, oh my god. I'm just like, oi bruv, you got to turn it down a few notches and let other people talk. You gotta, like, shut the fuck up, sit your stinky ass down, and listen, shut up, give other people a little bit of the limelight. But it is what it is, and I am who I am. And I'm turning into my father. That's what's happening. That's what's happening here. I'm turning into my father. Look at me. I'm going bald. I am scared of that, by the way. Hey, I just need to start taking some of that shit. But anyways, what the hell was I saying? And that's why I like these rambles so much, because a lot of the times it feels more like a diary to myself, and also just more like a hangout sometimes. It's a lot more chill. But once again, like, I would love to do like an ASMR podcast with somebody. That's like my dream. I think that would be my actual dream. I would be so obsessed with that. I'd be so stoked. That sounds like so much fun. It's not even funny. I would be obsessed with an ASMR podcast. One of these days, maybe I'll find somebody. If you want to do an ASMR podcast, let me know. I don't know how to get that working functionally. Maybe Twitch might be a better place to do that. I don't know, but either way, I hope you all are having a good night. I hope you like this video. And if you didn't, go fuck yourself. Get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of here. You think I'm fucking joking? I'm not. I gotta stop being a bitch too. I gotta be a little nicer to